Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Okay. Did you watch the press conference yesterday?
Some of it.
I watched most of it. It was an hour and a half.
I know.
It was 90 minutes long. Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell and I don't know, the president's lawyers.
The whole entourage.
The whole team was there. And they made a compelling case.
I know. They got to be
They pretty much had me convinced. I'm like, this thing is going to be overturned.
But I feel like I want it to be overturned.
Well, of course we want it to be overturned.
So I feel like I'm on, obviously I'm on their side, but nothing is happening.
Well, I didn't necessarily buy it because I hadn't seen any of it or really heard the powerful evidence that they claim to have. The things they were saying, the president's legal team yesterday, the whole time I was like, wait, what? The machines were made by Venezuela for the purpose, which, by the way, is denied by every single website when you look it up. Whether it's PolitiFact or whether it's fact-checking from Washington Post or whether it's Snopes or regardless
or
of...
the great Facebook fact-checkers.
Yes, and we know how... That's a crack team.
Correct.
That doesn't mean they're good. It just means they're on crack.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know. Everything I looked up is denied. Everything I looked up is supposedly debunked, disproven. But they
haven't. And look, Dominion,
they're making such a strong case. Like,
has Dominion even come out and said no? This is
Dominion says it's baloney.
Okay, but they are not filing any lawsuits.
Not that I've seen.
So I mean, I don't know that they want to do that, right? If they file lawsuits, then that opens up the door to check them.
One of the things that they keep saying is that the other thing, Smartmatic, which sounds like a company from Ronco. Roy Popeil.
Ron Popeil.
Yeah, Ron Popeil. Yeah.
Love Ron Popeil. Don't be messing with my boy.
No, I won't mess with Ron Popeil. He was an incredible inventor.
Thank you.
Where would the world be without the pocket fisherman?
Well, thank you.
I don't know. We'd be completely lost.
Or set it and forget it.
Right. Right. The Floby.
Right.
Wasn't that Ronco?
That damn set it and forget it, just as a side note. I'll never forget.
The Vegematic.
I'll never forget my first wife ordering Set It and Forget It and it arriving. And the first thing when you open the box, it says, Set It and Forget It doesn't really mean Set It and Forget It. What?
Oh. You got to be kidding me. Now, what did it mean to set it and forget it? You set what?
You put your food in, you turn it on.
Oh, that's
and
right.
You set it and you forget it.
Yeah.
Don't walk away from it. It's the first thing it tells you.
This guy's a liar.
Doesn't mean it.
Oh, my gosh.
This is incredible.
Okay, so anyway, Smartmatic didn't come from Ron Popeil.
Wow.
And
we got that cleared up.
It's not owned by Dominion. But I didn't hear him say that was the case. I didn't hear the legal team claiming that. What they claim is that it's a Dominion machine, which was invented for the purpose of stealing elections, supposedly, in Venezuela for Hugo Chavez. And it's Smartmatic software in the Dominion machine.
And when you read the schematics and the directions, which that Jeff Brown did on Glenn's show, he talked about how some of the things that it does, you wouldn't have it do unless you wanted to have the votes changed.
Yeah, supposedly you can tell them percentages you want for a particular candidate.
I mean, let's prove
you
it.
can add votes, you can subtract votes.
Why would you even have that feature?
Right. I don't know. And I haven't
wanted to steal an election.
I haven't seen that has been denied. That you can do that with the Dominion machine.
Well, I mean, it's in the notes, right? It tells you that
it's just crazy. So, what do people focus on? They focus on the fact that Rudy Giuliani sweated like a pig during the entire conference.
It was like Jeff Fisher out there,
and he had his hair dye.
I know.
dripping down both sides of his face.
I saw the one picture and I didn't know. I didn't think of it was real. The first time I saw it, I thought, nah, that can't be real.
I kept thinking, what's that black stuff coming down the side of it? What is that? Does he have wires
Do we have
coming
the
out?
picture? Because it's awesome. There was one picture.
Sad.
It's just, yeah.
It's sad.
Like, dude.
Did you really need to color your hair right before the press conference? I guess he did.
Yeah.
And that's the only takeaway.
That's the only thing. Yes. That's what everybody
media is
focused
taking
on.
that away from it. But look how crazy he is, and look how he's got the hair club for men or whatever it's called. The just for men.
Nobody in the entire
down.
world buys hair dye except for Rudy Giuliani.
Well, they do, but then they don't get on national TV, sweat like a pig, and have it dripping down their face. That doesn't normally happen. By the way, Keith is at home because he's got COVID in his family. So,
in my family, thank you.
In his family. Yes. Yesterday we were saying in his family, and then I guess you found out your wife doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So everybody,
if we tell y'all that Matilda the dog has COVID, correct? Can I wish somebody a quick happy birthday?
No. What is this? Do you want to also do pig futures and horoscopes?
All right, fine. Then I'll let it go. I hope somebody got their driver's license.
I was going to ask you how your wife is doing, but HIPAA laws prevent that. So
HIPAA laws, yeah.
Doing that.
Is she doing okay? Is she doing better?
Yeah, she's fine. One thing I did forget to mention is that lack of taste and lack of smell is the big deal with this.
Yeah.
So
And
she's got that really stuffed up.
I hate that.
So that's what we're doing here.
I've had that before with bad colds, and it happens sometimes. Where you've never had that with a bad cold?
I mean, Pat,
Taste or smell?
how many times in my life have I been able to taste or smell food? I mean, I stop eating altogether. And
Yeah, it doesn't mean you stop eating because I know you wouldn't.
I was about to say that wasn't believable at all, Jeffy.
No,
and then I just stopped eating
I don't
altogether.
think I have. I don't know that I actually have had that.
It's unpleasant.
Yeah, I bet.
It's unpleasant.
Holy cow, yeah.
There's no reason to eat anything that tastes good when you can't taste it. You just eat broccoli like the whole time.
Brussels sprouts.
You eat
Might as well.
a lifetime worth, so you can take advantage of it while it lasts.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Anyway, Giuliani, other than the obvious, he sounded good. I think he presented a pretty good case. Sidney Powell made a compelling case.
Yeah,
and that Jenna Ellis, the Trump campaign senior legal advisor, she rocked the media and their BS, I thought. So they claim massive, provable election fraud, provable illegal ballots in many states, including Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. Rudy claimed yesterday that in Wayne County, 2 or 3 times the numbers of registered, 2 to 3 times the number of registered voters voted. How does that happen? Okay, more people voted than you have registered? That can't happen. They have affidavits that 100,000 ballots came in. All of them. Every one of them for Joe Biden. That's obvious fraud. They also claim that our votes are counted in Germany and Spain. Now, that's denied on every website I saw.
But that's where the servers were held, right? That's what they're claiming.
And they claim that servers were seized by the
confiscated.
U.S. military.
Yeah,
That's
in
also
Germany.
supposedly false. Who do you believe?
I don't know.
Who do you believe? Every other outlet or the Trump legal team? And people are going to say the Trump legal team. Well, okay, that's great, and I'm with you, and I'm certainly going down that path. But if they're exaggerating things, if they really don't have what they say they have, I'm going to be really pissed. I'm going to be, because what a letdown that's going to be.
If they have what they say, that is
it overturns the election.
Incredible.
It is.
It overturns the election, but I mean that really. If you thought people didn't believe in the election process now, holy cow.
And that doesn't even address the district in Detroit that doesn't even exist that had tens upon thousands of votes. I can't think of what the total was. Steven Crowder did a great thing with this yesterday.
Just a couple of ghost districts.
Right. A district that doesn't even exist. This is one of those press conferences, you're absolutely right, where it was like the Nixon-Kennedy debate. If you heard it on the radio, it's a done deal. I mean, this is obvious voter fraud. You watch it on TV, then you get distracted by the visuals, like you mentioned, and that's exactly what the takeaway is by the mainstream media. And it didn't stop Georgia from certifying last night, I noticed.
Oh, they did certify. Well, it doesn't matter. If this goes to the Supreme Court and they do have what they say they have, the election has to be overturned. It has to be. I don't care if you uncertify it, because it's an illegal. It's an illegal, fraudulent election if that's the case. I mean, they claim this Dominion thing was the voting machines were created in Venezuela to make sure that Hugo Chavez never lost an election, and he didn't.
No, he did not.
Now, how would it be possible that we're using that system here? How would it even be possible with the features that it has of flipping votes? I don't know.
I don't know.
And then I flipped over to CNN. They're not even covering the press conference. They didn't even broadcast it.
Of course.
So bad.
Of course.
I mean, we are in such a polarized place that it just makes it really tough. Meanwhile, USA Today cut their live stream of the Trump legal team, and then they removed all the video from all their platforms.
Wow.
And then they claimed, why did they do that? Well, because our job is to spread truth, not conspiracies. Okay. All righty.
Okay, in bed with the Facebook fact checkers.
Yep. Sidney Powell said she believes that Trump has 80 million votes. Without the fraud, he would have had 80 million votes.
Yeah, her belief is that because of
he won in a landslide, according to her.
Because of the way that the software was set up, right? That Trump had so many votes, that's why they had to shut it down, because the software
algorithm broke.
Overloaded. Yeah.
The algorithm broke on switching votes, and so they had to shut it down to get it to catch up.
And by shut it down, you mean a pipe broke.
No,
I mean, there was water spitting out of a pipe, so
and by the way, that wasn't true. That turns out there was no water spitting out of any pipe.
No, but they shut it down
in Georgia or elsewhere.
What do you believe? What do you believe?
I don't know. I think I believe that the election was stolen.
I think so too.
I didn't want to believe that.
I think so too.
I've not wanted to believe it.
I know,
because it's, to my knowledge, it's never been true. Well, that doesn't mean it isn't now.
I know.
I mean, look at how far we've come, how extreme things are now, how bizarre they are, how much these people lie. That's all they do is lie. And the bigger the lie, the easier it is to get people to believe it. They just keep repeating it, no matter what it is. Just keep saying it. Well, it's been debunked. So what? Just keep saying it.
So what?
And they do. Yep. It's really something. It's something to behold. Then we got absolute buffoons like Mitt Romney, who why can't you just shut up? Just shut up until this thing is over. Let it play out. Do you want there to be doubt in the minds of 72 million people? Because I guarantee you there is. There is massive doubt in the mind of every single Trump voter right now.
Every Trump voter.
Every single person who voted for Trump doubts this election.
100% doubts the election.
I think without exception now.
I have not talked to anyone who is a Trump supporter.
Yeah, so why do you jump in and start saying that, you shouldn't be doing this? He said, it's difficult to imagine a worse, more undemocratic action by a sitting American president.
What?
What are you talking about? There is doubt that this thing was legitimate. You've got to see the process through. Let's see it through. Let's see what happens.
I think it's safe to say that he is animated by the same thing we talked about yesterday with Andrew Cuomo. It's just whatever it is, if it's Trump related, he's on the other side. He just can't stand him, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Ben Sass isn't helping himself either. He said, when Trump campaign lawyers have stood before courts under oath, they have repeatedly refused to actually allege grand fraud because there are legal consequences for lying to judges. So
that's disappointing.
You're accusing Sidney Powell of just flat out lying?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's a pretty respected attorney. Pretty renowned, respected attorney with a really good reputation. She's not going to put that on the line for this. I wouldn't think. She's going to throw her entire career and everything she's built over the course of a lifetime. She's going to throw that down the drain for this? I don't know why you would do that. All right, let me take 60 seconds and tell you about ExpressVPN. You know what big government and big tech have in common? They both want to silence any dissenting voices into submission. Let's say you're a proud gun owner and you want to talk on social media about the right to bear arms. Well, chances are your post is going to be flagged by a content moderator, and you might end up on some kind of government watch list. I don't know. To fight back against having your voice censored by both big tech and big government, I really recommend you use ExpressVPN. Virtual private network. It's really the way to go. It's what, for instance, Jason Bourne uses in all his movies, so they can't trace him because it pings all over the place. Rome, then it's out to London, then it's Moscow, and it goes all over the place. They can't find you. When you use ExpressVPN, they can't see your IP address at all. You're invisible to them. So hackers can't hack your information. Your information can't be stolen. You're safe from all of the identity theft. Stop letting big tech and big government censor you and track you. Defend your rights and protect yourself at expressvpn.com/unleashed. That's expressvpn.com/unleashed. Right now, get 3 months free. 3 free months. expressvpn.com/unleashed to learn more.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
So, yeah. Will any of it go anywhere?
I don't know. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. And one of the things that makes the struggle believing in the election and believing that it wasn't hacked or mistabulated is that we see Joe Biden. And we can't believe that this guy got these votes. We're supposed to believe that Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama.
Right.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Yes, of course.
No.
I mean,
that it cannot be true.
Yeah, this guy?
My physical as well as my mental fitness.
Young ladies, I want to see them dancing when they're 4 years older, too. I'm looking forward to this, man.
Man?
You walk behind me in a debate. Come here, man.
I love how he's always threatening fighting.
People want to make a change, though.
Well, that's up to them to decide.
Well, make your case.
Why should they?
Come on.
It's for them to decide.
Well, make your case.
I'm not going to.
He's not going to.
Not going to.
We can't rebuild our economy and meet this climate crisis. Exacerbating the need for environmental justice. Speaking of the environment. We need to work again with Canada and Mexico as neighbors, not as adversaries.
Donald Trump does pose an extra strength to this.
An extra strength?
It's not hypothetical.
There's things that are worth dealing with China.
This is amazing.
That makes it far more durable, reliable, and powerful. And partnerships built on coercion.
If you could take care, if you were a quartermaster, you can sure and hell take care of running a department store.
What?
Where
excuse
the
me.
second floor of the ladies department, or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I
Makes his
don't.
wild claims
No,
and hopes.
I don't.
He now hopes we don't notice what he said or won't remember. And when he does follow through, or doesn't do,
or doesn't do the
follow through, the exact opposite. 1.2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store, in a supermarket.
Yeah.
You control the guy or the woman who runs brings out the carts on a forklift. What happened? The way
I don't know.
The way China will respond is when we gather the rest of the world that, in fact, believes in free in open trade and making sure that we're in a position that the world that we deal with WHO the right way. That in fact, that's when things began to change. I looked at it anyway. That's what I think. My plan. I know what my plan does. I mean,
oh man.
But I mean, it's not about. I know you're supporting by saying booing, but look, here's the deal. And I had a nurse at nurses at Walter Reed Hospital who would bend down and whisper in my ear. They'd go home and get me pillows. They would make sure they.
I love that. They'd bend down and they'd whisper in my ear, "Go home and get me a pillow." That's a weird thing to whisper in your ear.
Possible that Joe was over medicated.
Go home and get me a pillow, Joe. What a beautiful story that is, isn't it?
Joe.
Go get me a pillow.
Actually, probably nothing ever taught in, you can't do it in the COVID time, but they'd actually breathe in my nostrils to make me
They breathe in your nostrils, too.
Get me moving. So you don't make somebody else sick.
What?
Sick. What's with this guy? Well, the only thing we can do about it is be prepared. We have a whole group of lawyers who are going out to every voter registration physician in the states.
Every physician,
of state,
voter registration
sure
physician.
That they, in fact, have a game plan as to how they're going to allow the voting to take place. But in the 2020 census, which is now two censuses ago.
Wait, 2020 census was two censuses ago.
Soon to be. Estimated 200 million people have died. Probably by the time I finish this talk.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to agree. That's too many.
Yes.
That's
thank you.
That's too many people.
We both said it. That's too many.
I don't agree with Joe on a lot of things, but 200 million people, just in the 30 seconds he was talking there, that's too many people
to
die.
Foot down. Something needs to happen.
Unnecessarily. Now we have over 120 million dead from COVID.
Wow. When 200 million died, there's only 120 million dead? I have to do the math.
That's why I made it a priority my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago, as well as my tenure as vice president. Then in 1787, the United States Constitution.
He did get there that time.
Yes, he did.
He did actually. He got there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center.
No, it's not the Kingswood.
Actually, that's the one down I used to work.
Down on where?
You know where we were. Anyway,
used to work.
Welcome to the nation's Constitution Center.
What?
I had the great privilege
of
being
Get me a pillow.
a guest leader of this outfit for a year.
What?
It's an appropriate place to make the speech I'm about to make.
I mean, unbelievable. So that guy is our president.
Now you say
80 million votes.
You say to yourself, that's all history, right? I mean, that's all history.
Yep.
History. You don't believe it,
right?
But then there's yesterday where
he was solid yesterday, right?
Solid yesterday.
Yeah, and he was really clear.
We
on
had the video
things.
of the his Enforced Defense Reconstructed Act, but I'll quote it here and then you can watch it. We're going to enforce employ the defense, reconstruct the act to be able to go out there and dictate companies build and do following things.
What are you, jealous of the guy?
I think
You're jealous.
I am.
What's the problem?
You can't make powerful
What's the
statements
problem
like
with
that.
one?
I mean, if you watch it, it's even better.
All right, let's see.
We talked a lot with the governors about what the immediate needs are. We're going to employ the Defense Reconstruct Act to be able to go out there and dictate companies build and do following things. We need much more testing. We need much more masking. We need gloves. I asked them east to go, and I asked the National Governors Association through the governor.
Pause it for a second. Did he just say I asked them east to go? He's doing Yoda speak. I asked them east to go. I did. Yes. Yes. Asked them east to go. Yes.
Exactly what it is. Hilarious. That's fantastic.
Defense Reconstruct the Act I signed. Yes. Yes. No.
Ask them east
No.
to
Yes.
go.
Play this again from the start. I want to make sure he said, asked them east to go. He is he's reconstructing our language.
About what the immediate needs are. We're going to employ the Defense Reconstruction Act to be able to go out there and dictate companies build and do following things. We need much more testing. We need much more masking. We need gloves. I asked them east to go, and I asked the national governor
to go.
Cuomo, and the ones on the left to let us know what their shortages are.
There's a guy who's melting down in his head as he thinks he knows what he's trying to say, but he can't do it. He just doesn't have the cognitive ability.
There was more yesterday to this.
Oh, okay. So, is this
governors need to be able to get funding when they need to bring their National Guard into play. And National Guards are going to have to play this. It costs a lot of money.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now, there was one more that I haven't seen where apparently he melts down. He just blanks out.
Really?
He just completely blanks out.
Okay.
Yep.
And what do you say to Americans, especially immigrant Americans who came to the United States looking for political stability and seeing all of the things that the president is doing?
Oh, what a tough question.
Hang on. I'm on my way.
Hang on.
That's what I say to them. Not a joke.
Not a
and
joke.
What the president's doing now is really
sure.
Gone. Nothing there.
It's going to be another incident where he will go down in history as being one of the most irresponsible presidents in American history.
Ooh-wee.
80 million Americans selected that guy?
Hang
I don't
on.
think so.
I'm on my way. No thanks. I know. I mean,
that's one of the most egregious. It's getting worse. The medicine was wearing off, or what's going on there?
I don't know.
Wow, because he's been fairly cognizant lately.
Pretty good.
But that's just like that's like all during the campaign. That's as bad as I think we've seen him. Jeez.
The Hill did a story yesterday about the difference in questioning between.
Did they really?
Between
Trump and Biden. Yeah.
And you talk about the
when they found that there was no difference, right? They're treated exactly the same.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
that's
completely
exactly what they did.
Just an absolutely level playing field.
Did you read the article?
No, but I can guess.
Because they showed like I'll just give you one question.
All right.
One question for President-elect Biden.
Uh-huh.
First of all, did the heads of intelligence agencies provide you with the 2-page summary of these unsustained allegations? And secondly to that, on a broader picture, do you accept their opinion that Vladimir Putin ordered the hack of the DNC, an attempted hack of the question? No, I'm sorry. This is for Trump. This is not Biden. All right. This is the first question to Trump when he was president-elect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they're asking him about Vladimir Putin ordered the hack and the attempted hack of the RNC, and if you do, how will that color your attempts to build a relationship with a leader who has been accused of committing an act of espionage against the United States? That's question one to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Question one to Biden. Good to see you. You spoke about the need to access the outgoing administration's COVID vaccine distribution plans. What do you see as the biggest threat to your transition right now, given President Trump's unprecedented attempt to obstruct the delay of smooth transfer of power?
Yeah, given the other guy. Let me give you a chance to bash your opponent.
So it goes on.
That's tough stuff right there.
The top 4 questions.
What's enchanted you the most about the White House?
Yeah, I mean,
what's delighted you the most? What's enchanted you the most?
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite Disney character? Sometimes that's really hard to decide because a lot of people like Donald, for instance, but Mickey is super popular too. I mean, Goofy,
Pluto.
There's Pluto.
It's Pluto.
Right. I mean, there's so many options there that.
When do we admit that he's slipping? Right now, before he takes office, or right after he takes office?
Probably after. It's got to be after, right?
Why didn't we see it coming?
Yeah, you just couldn't foresee this. You couldn't foresee his cognitive decline. You couldn't do it.
Pat Gray.
Got some tweets here. Dan the Racist Dog tweets, hair dye. Yeah, that's what I'd say, too, if my robot started leaking oil.
Right.
Pigeon Racing Pit Crewman, if you can't smell or taste anything, it's the perfect time to taste Pat's kale recipe. Yeah, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can find that on the YouTube channel.
Right?
That's right.
And you can find out just exactly how to make that delicious recipe as well.
YouTube.com/Pat Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Click to subscribe and click the bell to be notified.
But if I wanted to listen to the podcast later in the day or send it to a friend or, share it with somebody, how would I do that?
That I don't know.
You don't know that?
Jeffy, do you have any idea?
Yeah, well, there's platforms out there like iHeartRadio.
Where you just search for
iTunes,
Pat Gray Unleashed.
iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and you search
Stitcher.
for Chewing the Fat. I mean, Pat Gray Unleashed.
Right, or Chewing the Fat.
And,
do them both.
Then you subscribe.
Yeah.
You hit the subscribe button.
I recommend them both, frankly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's just get greedy. Watch and listen to them both.
Thank you.
Keith's even got one with her. He does, some interview with somebody.
At the mic with Keith. It's available everywhere.
How many episodes are you up to now?
I don't know, 35 or so.
35?
Yeah,
really?
every Friday it
seriously.
drops.
Wow.
You have 35 episodes. That's why. I mean, that's
great.
Now that's only season 1.
Yeah,
That's only season 1. Yeah, we're on break right now. Me and the huge
Break
the mic with Keith's staff is taking a break until January. We'll be back with all new episodes.
cool. All right. And where do I get that? Anywhere podcasts are sold?
Anywhere you find Chewing the Fat and, of course, Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. Awesome. Okay. The Steadfast Baptist tweets, so we have two choices on who to believe. One, the side that's been inciting a civil war for 4 years. Or two, the side that cut taxes, put the embassy in Jerusalem, didn't collude with Ukraine, or take billions from China.
Yeah.
I'd go with number one.
I don't know.
I don't know. Number one? Would that be the right one? Hello. My name is Jeffy.
Wait.
Didn't see that one coming, did you, Jeffy? Yeah.
Wait.
You caught you flat-footed. You thought it was play a long time.
Beautiful Stable Genius tweets, the mainstream media not covering this press conference tells you the legal team is telling the truth. From Ryan Patrick, a truck stop lot lizard could have told these DNC media outlets a story about Trump, and they'd run with it.
That's for sure.
Is there any question in anybody's mind that's
No.
true? That's absolutely true.
No, I mean, the Daily Mail started running a story about Ivanka passing gas in high school, and she blamed it on someone else.
I mean, that isn't... What? Really?
Yeah.
What is this story?
Oh, apparently, one of her friends has a good friend reported that what kind of hijinks they did in high school, and one of the times she passed gas, and they said
She farted and blamed it on somebody else.
She blamed it on someone else. That's
Why isn't she in jail? Why isn't she in prison right now? Why?
I don't know. No, I mean, that should have been the headline. Why isn't
Ivanka Trump in prison?
Is
Why?
Adam Schiff not looking into this yet?
I hope he is. If he wasn't
the delay?
before, he is
Yes,
now.
no, there's no doubt about that.
That is unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
It's unreal. What if they did that to Kamala Harris? What do you suppose?
What?
Somebody said she farted. I'm sure she doesn't even fart.
No,
I'll
she
bet
doesn't.
you that's
No, she doesn't.
her story.
Pat.
Is that doesn't even happen?
Yes, thank you.
She farts rainbows, Pat.
Okay, if she does, but
If
I don't think she does.
I don't think she does.
I don't think
No,
she does it
you're
at
right.
all.
Oh yeah, no way. That's
Jeffy, look into that for us.
Unprecedented, except for the precedent. Starting to think Biden saying they had the greatest voter fraud team assembled wasn't a gaffe. Well, it wasn't. No, it was. I think it was a Freudian slip. He wasn't supposed to talk about it, but he's so out to lunch. He slipped up and said,
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
There you go.
It's pretty clear, right?
Sure is.
It's pretty clear. That's as clear as he's been on anything.
It looks like we'll have a very honest president.
Hold on.
He's going to be like the liar character from Jim Carrey. He's going to just start saying the truth on everything. It's going to be, oh, God help us.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
He started babbling about ICU, his time in ICU. He had Now, this was a long time ago. It was back in the late 80s. He had brain aneurysms, right? So he went into the hospital twice for a couple days each. He did. I think he went in March of 88-ish, and then again in May of 88. For a couple days, they did the surgery. They removed the aneurysm, and he was fine.
Is that the... Is that when he was told from the nurses?
Told from the nurses.
To go home and get pillows?
Yes. That was part... This is a continuation, of that story when he says this.
Sorry, I'm so emotional.
No.
It's just...
In fact, this was just yesterday. He's listening to some emotional tale about COVID or whatever from this person.
Sorry, I'm so emotional.
No.
It's just...
You got me emotional. Look.
Yeah, he sounds emotional, doesn't he?
Yes.
You know,
You got me emotional. Hey, babe, you got me emotional, too. While I'm listening to your
Let me
malarkey.
sniff your hair.
I was gonna say, is that sniff we heard from him? Was he?
Yes, he's trying to smell her through the internet because it's a Zoom meeting.
anyone who spent significant time in ICU like I did for months.
For months. He did not. He did not spend months in ICU. It was not months. So that's problem number one.
You know what I used to do?
What'd you used
After
to
I
do?
got out,
What'd you do, Joe?
I observed, this is not COVID,
Right? No.
but
It was a
I
long time.
observed the incredible mental strain
Okay.
on nurses.
Of the nurses in
yeah.
ICU.
in ICU units.
You know, that's how sensitive this man is.
Yes,
That's how
thank you.
sensitive he is. He observed the incredible mental strain of these ICU nurses who work really hard. So,
And, you know what I did for
what'd you do?
a
Tell us
long
again.
time after I got out? I used to drive back and forth to
For a long time after he got out, he did this.
Wilmington, Delaware. I commuted every day.
Yeah, on Amtrak,
Amtrak
which
every day.
costs a fortune.
Every day?
You imagine what that costs going back and forth from Wilmington, Delaware to New York to Washington, D.C.
every day?
Every day?
Does he
Yeah.
have time on that commute?
I mean,
to stop at
Amtrak is
Katie's Diner?
expensive. Probably, yeah. Because I don't know. You can't. Is there Amtrak? I don't think had the monthly passes. Maybe they did. I know New Jersey Transit had the. You get the monthly pass, so you can ride as often as you want.
Whether it
But
was monthly or not,
still, you're looking. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to go from Delaware to D.C. Come on.
And but as vice president, what I would do, I would also, I would go back out to Walter Reed on the night shift and bring
In the night
dinner
shift.
and food for the nurses and hang out with them.
Wow.
The night shift? Cool.
night shift.
That's cool.
That is
And,
cool.
well,
That's cool.
You know, one of the things that
a bunch
one of
of
my
bull crap,
neurosurgeons
bud.
said to me,
Yes.
What's your surgeon say to
you
you?
only see people walk out of the ICU. Either they're walking out and they don't ever want to come back because they don't want the memory,
Wow,
or they're carried out and they can't come back.
that's beautiful.
And the psychic remuneration for you guys is missing.
What?
What?
The what? Wait, I need to Google that.
The psychic or the second
second
remuneration for you people is missing. Okay, so he claims that he used to, as vice president of the United States, go into the night shift at Walter Reed
Bring the nurses
and bring the nurses
dinner.
food and hang out with them.
No.
Okay, we should be able to verify that with the United States Secret Service, I would think, because they would have been there as well with him. I want to hear from the agent
No way.
who was protecting Joe Biden at Walter Reed all the time as he hung out with the nurses and fed them food.
I mean, he might. I give
That
you.
is unbelievable.
I'll give you. Maybe he sent over a burger.
No, I won't give you that. He didn't do that. He did none of it. And you know it.
I mean, he could have sent over a burger.
No,
and
he didn't
fries or
send over a
something,
burger
right?
and fries. No.
Or he could have sent over a pillow or two.
Nope. As vice president, no. No, he never did that. I guarantee you he never did it. Not once, not ever. That is, what an amazing lie that is.
And nobody looks it up. Nobody will check it. Nobody will go ask or look at the records.
What is the response? That's really cool. Did ya? The night shift? That's really cool.
So here's the question, Pat. Did Joe make up that story beforehand, or did he make it up on the fly? I think that's kind of the only question there.
I think he's alluded to it a few. I think he's made it up. I think he made it up beforehand. And
He just keeps adding details.
Yes.
Yes, that whole experience in the hospital.
Unbelievable.
Stories, things change. Memories happen. You realize, that's right, that happened.
And
when they used to.
Can you imagine if Donald Trump was telling a story like that? How many outlets would be tracking that down?
Oh, my gosh.
As he was speaking
He was saying it.
Before he finished the sentence, they'd be on the phone with the U.S. Secret Service. God, shut up.
Walter Reed looking at
visitor
working
logs,
schedules.
Look at the logs.
Who was working? Did that ever happen?
I mean, he was vice president just, a few years ago. That's easy to track down. It's just so unbelievable.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Let me tell you about Keeps. If you want to keep your hair, and you've noticed that you're having a hard time doing it, you're seeing a lot of it in the drain, and it comes out when you brush it or comb it or whatever. It's a nightmare. Then you get to look at it in the mirror from the back every once in a while, and you think, holy crap, that's not the back of my head.
Are you in my house?
Who's in my mirror? Is that Jeffy back there? The hell?
I thought you had a restraining order to prevent that from happening again.
I did. So it's time for Keeps. Keeps. Just go online, KEEPS.com/Pat. Go there. You're going to save big. It's really convenient. You answer a few questions and snap some pictures and post them, and then a licensed doctor reviews your info, and then they'll recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Now, 90% of people stop the hair loss. The Keeps stops the hair loss, and maybe 2/3 or so experience hair regrowth. So go to Keeps.com, KEEPS.com/Pat for your first order, and you'll get 50% off that first order. Keeps.com/Pat. Get 50% off your first order. Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
What I did was, you know what I did? You want to know what I did?
I do.
Tell me, Joe.
What I did was I drive all the way from Wilmington, Delaware, down to Walter Reed Hospital every night.
Wait, I thought you took the train.
I took the train home, and then I drove back because I wanted to spend more time with the nurses.
Wait, you have to get your car later, or
so I got my car and I drove it. I drove it down to Wilmington.
Did you and Jill make dinner for these nurses?
DC. Sometimes I'd make cookies. And by the way, for even more delicious cookies, go to scrumptiouscookie.com. But that's a different thing altogether.
Wait,
but
it wasn't even around back then, Joe. What are you talking about?
Well, this is a lie. That's part of how you could tell this is a lie.
Oh, I see.
Scrumptious cookie. You're right, Keith. It wasn't even around then.
Sorry, I'm slow.
It should have been.
My wife made the cookies at the time. Okay, Jill was making these cookies. And so I'd go down there, and I'd have homemade cookies, and I'd stop at Capitol Grill, and I'd buy steak for everybody.
Wow.
And lobster. And for the vegetarians, I went to a nice vegetarian vegan place and picked them up.
What was the name of it?
Steve's Veggies.
Steve's Veggies?
Steve's.
What a crappy
Steve's
name.
Veggies, yeah. Steve's.
That's about as bad as French Laundry.
And then I went over to Walter Reed, and I delivered it to every single nurse in the ICU ward. There's 483 of them. And we sat there together in the cafeteria, and we'd eat our steak and veggies, and then I'd have each of the nurses take their shoes off.
Whoa!
And I'd rub their feet.
Wait, 483 nurses?
Yeah, 483 nurses, and I rubbed the feet of over 950 nurses.
It says here at one point Barack didn't believe you, but you said you weren't kidding.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm not joking about that. And so I'd rub their feet, and then I'd smell their hair, and then
all 483.
Yeah, I'd have them sit on my lap.
I'm sorry to keep questioning.
And I'd whisper in their ear, "Go home and get a pillow."
Well, that was them to him.
Wait.
Well, that's why they whispered it back to me, because I whispered it to them first.
Well, they really like that feet massage stuff going on.
Yeah, they loved it. They loved it.
Oh,
and it was worth it because they work hard. And I knew they were on their feet a lot. And
this is exactly why
tired.
the second remuneration.
And then, you're right. And then I bought him some Mr. Scholl's. Dr. Scholl's. Doctor. He's not Mr. He was a Mr. then. Then he was Mr. Now he's Dr. Scholl.
He was going to school at the time.
I get him some of those insets, the really nice, really nice foamy insets.
Yeah.
No joke.
No joke. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
It wasn't Joe back then, right? It was just the phone.
Right.
Okay.
I do that every night.
One nurse I remember
every single
said,
night.
Go home and bring me back a heel pad.
483 pairs of feet you had to rub down?
Yeah, like I said, it was over 950 feet that I'd rub all night long.
Sure, I'm not going to check it.
We have to find out if that actually. I mean, I honestly, I was thinking he had to maybe send him some food. There's got to be a receipt.
There's
somewhere.
Why are you giving him that? He didn't do that. He didn't do any of it.
That's what he's remembering.
No, he's not. He's making crap up. And he knows. He's counting on the fact that everybody listening to him is in raptured admiration of the guy.
Well, they most definitely
and they're
are
not
that.
going to look it up. They're not going to follow it up. They're not going to check that. They're not going to run it down at all. It's pathetic, and it's despicable.
You sound like you're angry about it.
I know.
You sound like you're the angry
I know. I'm
about
putting
it.
on a really good act because I think it's great.
Okay.
So are you challenging the judgment of nearly 80 million Americans who obviously chose this great orator, storyteller from little Delaware?
What I'm saying are these are ill-informed voters, or as I like to call them, buffoons.
Or non-existent.
Yeah, or fraudulent. Fraudulent. I think probably 10 million of them were made up.
At least.
All right, 888-900-3393. Also, we have more on trivia.
Yay!
Coming up next. Who's the big matchup today?
Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
We will do that next on Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze Radio Network.
Upon the frozen tundra of the human mind.
Which country borders the United States to the north?
How about Mexico?
Wow, that's a great answer.
It's not exactly north, though.
Oh, man.
Two teams of infinitesimal intellect will collide in a cloud of glory.
The Ten Commandments were carried down the mountain by whom?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh.
His name was Blaine.
Mental gladiators, capable of taking a minor incline and turning it into an unscalable summit.
America claimed its independence from which country?
Nobody knows this.
Don't know. Yeah.
Adult versus dimwit.
What territory did the United States purchase from France in the early 1800s?
New England.
Dunce versus dolt.
What is socialism?
Somebody that talks to the public.
Somebody that talks to the public.
There you go. What? No?
Moron versus moron.
What does USA stand for?
Pass.
Pass?
Oh, you pass, yeah.
It's the upstairs attic. You're going to pass on what does USA stand for?
In an epic battle of nitwits.
If a show airs at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, what time is it in the Pacific Zone?
No, not about football.
This is not about football.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh, well, yeah, because she doesn't know football. How many times does she have to tell you?
Should have changed the question.
This is Moron Trivia.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Moron Trivia. Here is our commissioner today, Jeff Fisher, to tell us how Moron Trivia works.
We predict the outcome of a particular NFL game today. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints, and we do that by calling stores in those particular areas, the greater Atlanta area today and the greater New Orleans area today. And we ask employees there 4 questions, 4 quarters. The city that answers the most questions correct, we predict wins the game. It's just that simple.
That simple. So easy. All right. So Atlanta, New Orleans, who's the home team?
New Orleans.
All right. We're looking for a contestant, first of all, in Nolens, Louisiana. Gosh, I got to say the Saints would have to be huge favorites in this.
Yeah, you would think so. It's an NFC South battle.
Yeah.
New Orleans is in first place.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, I think, is in third.
By the way, we were wrong on more on trivia last week.
Yeah, we were close.
In the prediction between Carolina and Arizona.
Yeah, we were close.
It was Carolina and who was it, Keith, last week?
Tampa.
Tampa. Yeah. We thought Tampa was going to win, and they did.
Yeah, we don't know who the Saints starting quarterback is going to be yet either.
It could
it be the Swiss Army knife?
If it's not the Swiss Army knife, the Swiss Army knife needs to move on.
The Swiss Army knife is on my fantasy football team now, just in case.
That might work out for you. I don't know.
And it also might curse him. I apologize in advance, Pat.
If he doesn't start this week, to me that shows they don't look at him as
a quarterback.
Yeah, he needs to start this week. He didn't start last week, but then the excuse is, well, he didn't get the reps at quarterback during the week because he does so many other things.
Yeah.
He didn't get the reps. Now this week he should have gotten the reps.
Yeah, they should have.
So he better start.
The last pass that Jameis Winston threw against the Falcons was a pick six to end their season in Tampa last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just a heads up.
And that was one of 30 interceptions that Winston Jameis threw last year. Let's not forget that.
Did he have 30 touchdown passes and 30 interceptions? Is
yes.
that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He also had over 5,000 yards passing, which was pretty stinking impressive.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he was slinging that ball all year, man.
But Sean Payton said at the very beginning of the year, he's our backup. He's our backup quarterback. All right. Well, let's see it then.
Let's have it.
Put him in this week. Anyway, we'll see.
I feel like he does. I think he does. I think he doesn't want to, though, right? I mean, he's like, we want you to be quarterback, but we need you in these other areas.
Yeah, I think he's torn. I think they're also unsure how he's going to perform. But you're not going to know until you just put him in there and see. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I think he's improved a lot since college. He was hurt 4 times.
Yeah.
For the season. And so he didn't have that many opportunities to.
Well, I know. He was injury prone.
Yeah, he was very injury prone, which has not been the case in the NFL. So it'll be interesting to see. 888-900-3393. As we wait for a contestant in New Orleans, I got some tweets here from the Steve42. How could 80 million people vote for Biden? Answer, why come you don't got no tattoo? What?
Did Joe Biden answer?
I guess that's a Joe Biden answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Comrade Snoobage tweets, if we do get Biden as president, let's look at a positive. The State of the Union will be at 4 o'clock and only 20 minutes long.
We'll be lucky if it's 20 minutes long, man.
And it'll be from Chuckarama, too. That'll be great. He'll be at the early bird Chuckarama special.
And it will not be at sundown, man. Can't have that.
No. Beautiful, stable genius. It's literally painful to listen to Joe make up these stories. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This claim is disputed. Tweets. I really enjoy disingenuous back and forth conversations with lying Democrat politicians and guffawing starstruck media hacks.
Boy, no kidding.
We get to see that quite a bit too. So
yes, we do. More on the way.
Really fun. Obese Turtle 45. I was so excited when I found you on Pluto TV. Then
that's cool.
I saw Jeffy. Jeffy. He scares me. I'll just keep listening to the radio. Thanks.
Oh, no.
Isn't that funny?
I'm sorry, Jeff. Yeah, it's funny. It is funny.
I mean, it made me laugh. I don't know that I'm the barometer, though, but...
That's funny.
Yeah, but we all did seem to enjoy it, except for you.
We all didn't, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking up a quick fact about Joseph Robinette Biden.
Uh-huh.
And I see they already have inauguration date for him, January 2021. There's no.
Oh yeah, they believe he is the president.
This fact disputed.
Right. No.
None of that.
None of that.
He's already in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
It
the
is.
other thing, the reason I was looking it up, because we were reminded that we failed to wish Joseph Robinette Biden happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's his birthday today.
Tried to do that earlier,
78 years of age.
Oh my gosh.
Just a spry, Spring
Are you
Chicken.
kidding me? I
78.
share a birthday with Joe Biden.
See,
I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know his birthday was today. Wow.
he doesn't know either, by the way.
No, that's. He was quoted as saying that this morning when he woke up.
Blow out the candles. Boy, this is good times ahead.
Yeah, very good times.
Yeah, real good times. You know, since we're in more on trivia, we can talk. We'll give an NFL story. I know they're making a big deal in the NFL this weekend that they're going to have the first all-black referee team on Monday Night Football. The first all-black referee team. Everybody.
Yay!
Why do they feel they have to point that out?
I guess I don't know. Yeah. Why?
I mean,
so was that the effort? Were they trying to put together an all-black team?
Yes, because it had not happened before, and so they wanted to make the big deal about it this year. The 100th anniversary or whatever the heck it is, their celebration this year, and they specifically, put the team together. And I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't. It doesn't matter to me. Look, if you make a bad call, if they make a bad call and we're angry about it, does that make us racist?
Yes.
Because.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I just care about the calls.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
Well, you can't this weekend, not with this all-black group, right?
Yeah.
You have to agree with everything they do.
Exactly.
What if I don't?
Then
if you
you're
got a problem
racist.
with any call on that field, what game is it?
I think it's Monday night's game again in Tampa, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
So, anyway,
isn't that racist?
I know, in and of
teams
itself.
together based on their race. Okay, we want to get together an all black or an all Hispanic or an all white team. Oh, you can't do that. We're not doing the white team. What they'd say is, well, you always have all white teams. That's nothing unusual.
But there is. It is.
Caucasity. Caucasity, remember? Caucasian audacity?
Yes, that's what it is.
The default position.
Wow. So that hurts. Okay, well, that's great. We're making history once again. We have
a
black female vice president-elect, supposedly, unless the fraud claims turn out to be true. And now we have an all-black refereeing team at a NFL football game.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I mean, I don't.
That means so much to the people who see color at every turn, doesn't it?
Does.
The whole Martin Luther King thing, they might as well say he was a charlatan because they don't believe anything he ever said or taught. They don't believe any of it. They don't believe that you should judge a man based on his character instead of the color of his skin. They absolutely think you judge by the color of their skin, which is why they say all white people are racist, which is why we're all privileged. That's all they see is race. That's
for sure.
all they see now. So character has nothing to do with it. And Martin Luther King completely obsolete, except to us. But to the race baiters, they don't subscribe to any of his ideology at all.
Is it wrong of me to root for a controversial? I love how Jeffy's like, yes, already. Whatever you're going to say, yes. Controversial ending to the Rams-Buccaneers game Monday night now, just to kind of put the social justice warriors kind of in a position where they have to defend a terrible call or something,
Mm-hmm.
Again, yes.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Again, yes. As Jeffy said, yes. Yes, it is wrong.
Okay.
Look at that! Okay, Ron in New Orleans. Hey, Ron.
Yes, sir.
Hi, we're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
All right. You can't ask anybody around you for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, okay?
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. The Pony Express delivered the mail through a unique form of transportation. What was that form of transportation?
Horse and carriage.
Horse and carriage?
Oh, man, that was close.
It is close.
It is
close enough? Are you got part,
Stagecoach.
No.
You're not going to give it to him?
That's not the Pony Express.
What? No, we were looking for horse and wheelbarrow.
Horse and wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Usually a horse and a wheelbarrow.
That's why you were close with carriage and a stagecoach.
Question number 2. In a leap year, how many days are in the year? How many days are in the second month on the calendar?
29 in the second month and 366 in the year.
Got it. Nice job.
Wow, two-parter.
All right, question number 3. Finish this nursery rhyme phrase. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty
Had a great fall.
had a great fall. Question number 4. The football is a term used to describe something that's usually very close to the President of the United States at all times. What is that?
The nuclear button.
Yes.
Boom.
Nice job. You got 3.5, almost 4. I mean, you were very, very close there. So nice job, Ron.
Ron, do you work at the opera? What are we hearing behind you there?
I'm actually at a restaurant, IHOP restaurant.
Yeah.
Aha!
Oh,
There you go.
wow. What's the special this month, Ron?
As always, it's pancakes.
Yeah.
Duh.
But I know, but don't you have
pancakes.
special kind of pancakes? Like they're, caramelized, or you put pumpkin in them?
We have Oreo pancakes. We have tres leche pancakes.
I knew you like that.
Tres leche. I like that a lot. All right. Well, Ron, thank you. You've been a fantastic, fantastic contestant. You really were.
I appreciate it.
We'll be by later.
Bye-bye. What'd you call him?
We'll be by later. I said we'll be by later.
We'll be by later, yeah. Okay.
I really could use some pancakes with some bananas and strawberries right now.
Oh,
some syrup.
man. So we got, 3, right?
3, correct.
So we're not going to give him the horse?
Stagecoach and a horse
Come
and buggy? No. That's a Pony Express.
I know.
Yeah, but what about the football? You're giving it? Is it an actual? It's not a button, but whatever.
That's what everybody considers it to be, right? He's got the codes there. He's got
Jeffy's gonna melt down. Think about IHOP pancakes, baby.
All right. While we wait for a contestant in Atlanta, let me tell you about Omega XL. If you have pain and it's brought on by inflammation, this could be exactly what you've been searching for to end that pain. It's what ended the pain in my elbow. It was all inflamed inside. I could tell because the pain ran down my arm. So I started taking Omega XL. I was a little skeptical at first, but they said give it 2 weeks or 3 weeks at the most. After 1 week, I started to get some relief. And after 2 weeks, it was completely gone. It just shut off the inflammation. That's what it does. That's what it's designed to do. Backed by 35 years of clinical research. It really works. I think you're really going to love it. Let's get you started with a special offer. When you buy one Omega XL bottle, you'll get a second thrown in for free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. OmegaXL.com/Pat. You buy one bottle, you get one free. Or you could call 800-844-4888. We're in the first quarter, actually, of More on Trivia. Atlanta, New Orleans. New Orleans has had the ball. Atlanta is coming up.
Correct. New Orleans scored 3.
So it's 3-0 Nolans so far in More on Trivia. 888-900-3393. I got to tell you, since we're waiting for a contestant here, I got to share this Danish mask study information. Because everybody knows that when you don't wear masks, people drop dead.
Right, immediately.
All around you. Almost immediately. Yeah, they get the virus and it kills them.
What
dead.
brought this on is
Right
that
there.
I'm watching an interview with Dr. Birx, and they're socially distanced in an interview, and they're both wearing masks. The interviewer and I saw a press conference with the head of the CDC wearing a mask. It drives me insane.
Hey, stupids! It doesn't work. This is the best study they've done so far. The most scientific study yet done, because they did a control group as well. So, 3,000 participants. When these participants were in public, they were told not to wear masks, but for the control group and the other group wore masks. Okay? So that's how you're supposed to do these studies. About half of the participants of the trial got 50 disposable surgical face masks, which they were told to change after 8 hours of use. Nobody does that, but they did. After a month, the trial participants were tested using antibody and the other flow tests and all of that. And they tested each group, those who were wearing the mask, those who weren't. In the end, there was no statistically significant difference between those who wore the mask and those who did not. That's amazing. That is absolutely...
Right.
I mean, we all knew it, right? Because they told us this in the beginning. They said, look, those masks, they don't do anything. That doesn't stop the virus. It goes right through the mask.
Right.
Unless you have the N95 mask. Or you have what amounts to a gas mask.
Right.
And they said those surgical masks do nothing. The mask that Corby's wearing does nothing. So congratulations, Corby. We've infected you 6 ways
No,
from
that's
Sunday.
an N95er, though, isn't it?
Nah. Yeah, we still infected you because we're way too close to you. And we're yelling.
Yeah, but then
all
a
the time.
light bulb went off in Washington, D.C., and they said, whoa, let's see if they'll do this.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can control their behavior en masse, and that will open the door to so many other ways we want to control their lives. And ta-da!
This fact check, unsubstantiated, from Keith Malinek. When you said earlier, you said that.
Thank you for that disclaimer.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jeffy, because I didn't want to mislead anybody. I don't want to mislead anybody. So thank you for that.
When you said 8 hours of use, nobody does that. What do you mean?
I mean, nobody changes their mask after 8 hours. Nobody. Do they? Do you change your mask several times a day?
I can't tell you. I have never worn a mask more than 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so you wear it and then you throw it away.
Yeah.
And then you wear a different one.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we found one
I
person
thought
who does
that's how
that.
you're supposed to do it.
Well, you are, but nobody does.
Well, I thought that was how you were supposed to do it. First of all, I'm the most naive person alive, thinking everybody does what they're supposed to do, except for me.
What? When were you born? Day before yesterday? Yesterday.
Oh, we know that's not
early yesterday.
Unsubstantiated.
Do you honestly change the surgical mask multiple
Yeah, I don't want
after
to wear
one
that
use?
thing after I've worn it for an hour or so.
I put mine in the little compartment in the car. Take it out,
Same
put
one.
it on. When I go into 7-Eleven, I take it off, put it back in the compartment in the car.
My wife
put it on to go in the grocery store.
My wife
take
has
it back
finally
off.
found a couple that she can wear.
Yeah.
And she washes it out every time she comes home. She washes it and
That's
then hangs
exactly
it up
what
in
you're
the washer.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
Aren't you two
Right?
responsible?
Thank you.
Responsible
Thank you.
mask
We
wearers.
care about other humans. Is what we do.
You're caring about yourself there.
No, we care
'cause
about other
that's-
humans.
You're not wearing contaminated masks. That's really about you. For me, I don't care because I know the mask isn't doing anything. Nothing. And people touch their mask 1,000 times a day.
I know.
It's contaminated, dummy.
I love the guy that goes outside the store, pulls down the mask, and lights up the cigarette.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I mean, it's just so ludicrous.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid. And yet,
I know.
They got us leading us around by the nose.
They sure do.
All right.
Sure do.
So we're still waiting for our first contestant in Atlanta. I don't remember Atlanta being a really bad city.
I think, people may have moved out. People may have moved out of Atlanta.
They may have.
There might
I
not
think
be
they're
any
moving
people
in
left.
to vote on January 5th.
Yeah.
So I think the opposite is true. Actually, a lot of great Pat heads have been sending me the election rules for Georgia. If you didn't vote in the general, you can't vote in
Thank
the
nice.
heaven. Are they going to check that?
Yeah, I know.
Right, exactly. That was my next point. Exactly.
Yeah. Are they going to check it? That's the issue. We'll see, I guess, right?
But hey,
We'll see.
by the way, you know how we talked about Georgia certified their results? The Arizona governor said they're not certifying their results until all lawsuits are done.
Oh,
So,
nice. Okay.
And there's that.
And again, who do you believe? Who do you
Right.
believe? I'm telling you, that legal team made a really good case.
They did.
They had me eating out of their hand by the end of that thing, even though, the hair dye was dripping down Rudy Giuliani's face on both sides. He still had me eating out of his hand.
Who among us?
Who among us hasn't had hair dye dripping down
Right.
your cheeks during a press conference on national television? I mean, how many times? I can't even count.
I know.
I can't count the number. It's that high. I don't know. So that's all they focus on. They just mock. I mean, what was it? the big headline on Drudge, who's the left wing
he's the guy
buffoon now. He is Mr. Left Wing. Yeah.
You ain't kidding.
It was, what did it say? It was Giuliani. Called him a ghoul because he sweat and his hair dye drip. Really ugly stuff. But man, I bought in. I'm sorry, I bought in. I'm waiting for the Supreme Court to hear this case now.
Bring it.
Bring it on to the Supreme Court.
Bring it.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Right. We have Levy in Atlanta. Hey, Levy.
Hi.
Hi. We're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's all right.
Okay, that's fine. Yes,
if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, and you can't ask anybody for help, okay?
Okay.
All right, question number 1. The Pony Express delivered the mail through a unique form of transportation. What was that form of transportation?
The Polar Express?
Yeah, Pony Express. Mm-hmm. It was the Segway. You know, and do you remember inventor Dean Kamen? He revolutionized society with it, that little scooter thing that doesn't tip over or something. It was like a Weeble. It wobbles, but it won't fall down, sort of thing.
Huh.
It completely changed society. So, yeah. All right, question number 2. In a leap year, how many days are there in a year, and how many days are there in the second month on the calendar?
How many days in a year and days?
Yeah, how many days are there in a leap year, and also in that same leap year, how many days are in the second month of the year?
Oh.
Yeah, that's hard, right? That's a hard one. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Want to take a stab?
Yeah, I guess I can take a stab.
Okay.
Carry the one. 64?
64. Okay.
And
no, it's 4,812 in the year.
Oh, wow.
And 37 days in the second month.
That's a long year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the leap year.
Well, it's a leap year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to really keep leaping to get through a 4,812. I think this year, in fact, feels like a leap year if it's not one, and it is actually one. I think there's 4,812 days in this year. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Yeah. All right, question number 3. Finish this nursery rhyme phrase. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty
had a great fall.
Had a great fall. Good job. All right, the football. This is your final question, by the way. The football is a term used to describe something that's usually very close to the President of the United States at all times.
What is it? A football term?
Is it a football term? Not necessarily, but it's called the football.
They call it football food?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I know. That's too hard. They call his football his spray-on tanning lotion. That's called the football because it's with him everywhere he goes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. Isn't that weird? That's weird, right? Okay.
It is weird.
It's weird. It is weird.
I learned something, though.
Yeah, that's right. You learned a little something today. Congratulations on that. We're happy
Tell
to
your friends at the water cooler about the
tell them about the football. The president carries with him that orange tanning solution that he uses. Spray. Yeah, it's great. All right. Well, thanks for playing. We're going to send you the home version of our game psychically, and I just did.
All
right. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Let me play.
All right. Thanks, Levy. Bye bye.
And the offense stalls
again for the darn Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah,
we're supposed to have
3-1 Saints.
Such a good offense.
That's correct.
Yeah, 3-1 Saints.
Right.
She did, in fact, get one down.
Yeah, she did.
Humpty Dumpty.
Everybody knows
hopped
Humpty Dumpty.
down and went to the mall. Is that what he did? No.
Sure.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty was fat.
No.
But not as fat as Jeffy. No, wait.
Can't forget that nursery rhyme.
That does not rhyme as well as I remember it as a youth.
It doesn't roll off the tongue as well as you thought it once did, but it's more true than ever.
Wasn't real.
I like how
it's like a Joe Biden story.
Yeah, almost like that. So okay, well, there we go. So 3-1. And we're heading in to the second quarter.
Yeah. Game's blasting by.
Chillingly riveting game that we're playing here today. Hey, Wonder Woman. Simultaneously going to be the new Wonder Woman 1984 movie that they're making such a big deal out of. It's supposed to be so great. It's going to be released in theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously.
Yeah. And without HBO Max said that they weren't going to charge anything extra for it. If you're already a subscriber.
Unlike what Disney did with Mulan.
I know.
Which, you're paying for that every month. Really? You got to stick me another $30?
Right.
I
know.
They're not going to do that with HBO Max. That's kind of cool.
And look, Disney Plus is what's keeping Disney alive right now.
Right, for sure. No question about
their
it.
Numbers just came out, their quarterly reports, and Disney Plus is what kept them alive.
And can I tell you something? Disney Plus is not that good.
I agree. I agree.
Other than The Mandalorian, and I liked the Imagineers series. Anybody else watch that? The Imagineers?
Not yet. You keep telling me to watch, and I haven't.
I
Because
really
I don't
liked
go there. I don't go out of my way to go to Disney Plus, except for The Mandalorian. And once in a while, there's some, there's a movie, one of the animated movies that I watch. But I would watch them anyway.
You've got the Marvel series on there. You've got the Star Wars series on there. But how many times can you watch them?
Right.
Seriously.
Well, I think that the Simpsons library is a big draw. Maybe not to you guys.
Yeah.
But
it's probably true. All right. We got Tonica in New Orleans. Hey, Tonica.
Hey.
Hi. We're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. If you don't know the answer, just take a guess, and you can't ask anybody for help, okay?
Okay.
Question number 1. In your neighborhood. Now, keep in mind, I'm not asking about where you are at work right now. I'm asking in your neighborhood. What direction does the sun rise?
In the west?
In the west. Rise in your neighborhood at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can we give her west?
West?
No. Oh. Now, we're looking for up. It rises up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just too obvious, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Just too obvious. Question number 2. In a gubernatorial race, which office are the candidates trying to win?
In a what? A goober?
Yes.
In a gubernatorial race, what office are the candidates trying to
What
win?
is a gubernatorial?
They're trying to win the race for head goober.
So you were close.
Yeah, you were close. You were right on that track, and you almost got there. All right. Question number 3. If you're standing at the North Pole.
Oh, this is not your home.
Right. At the North Pole, which direction is Russia?
South.
South? I'm going to say south is...
That's probably right.
I'm going to say south, yeah.
North Pole.
Perhaps a bit west and south, but you got the general feel there. Yeah, good job.
Noodled that out.
All right. Question number 4, and your final question. You've been a fantastic contestant, Tonica. Thank you for being such. Which muscles are used most when you do sit-ups?
Your stomach muscles.
Your stomach muscles. Can we accept stomach muscles?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's going to go ahead. We were specifically looking for your vomit muscles. At least those are the ones that I use the most when I do sit-ups. I just vomit.
Those are your stomach muscles.
So I try not
I
to
don't do sit-ups anymore.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, what a waste of time.
Time is coming for me to stop that too, Tom.
Right? Really?
Yeah, I'm getting tired
as
of doing them.
health conscious as you are.
Getting tired of doing them.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I know.
So you're finally going to commit to not working out.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm
All
with
right.
you, Tonica.
Tonica, are you a fan of any football team in the area?
Oh, of course, the New Orleans Saints.
Of course, the New Orleans Saints. Duh.
Yes.
Who's going to start this weekend at quarterback?
I'm a Taysom Hill fan.
There you go.
Baby.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife. He can do it all, can he?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Plus, if I may say, he's a damn handsome man. Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right on that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tonica, thanks for joining us today. All right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
She was fun. I like
Yeah,
Tonica. I like Tonica.
You liked her because you like taste them.
That's right. That's right.
That's the only reason you liked her.
No, she was brilliant.
Yeah.
She was
How many
brilliant.
did she get?
2.
Oh, 2.
She did get 2. Yeah. Okay, good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, we gave her South.
Gave her south.
We gave her
What
south.
do you mean? That's the answer.
And we gave her
It is
stomach
the answer.
muscles.
It's kind of the answer. It's not
Yes, it is.
just
It's right
south.
there. It's south.
It could have been any country. If you're at the North Pole,
Well,
Jeffy,
there you go.
call
Thank
Jeffy
you. That's
to
the
be a
right
contestant.
answer.
Jeffy should be a contestant today, I feel.
Jeffy could be a contestant every time we do this. 18? No, Jeffy, it's not 18. What direction is Russia from the North Pole? Spoons.
Over there.
No.
Over there.
Do we give him over there, Commissioner?
Yes, it's close
Can we
enough.
accept over
It's
there?
close
We
enough,
can.
yes.
Okay. All right. So the score is what?
So anyway, 5-1.
5-1.
5-1, and we were waiting for Atlanta in the second quarter.
All right.
So, I was saying that Disney was, Disney Plus is keeping it alive. I saw where they have like 78, 73. It was between 73 and 78 million subscribers now.
That's a lot. Wow. Really?
That's
at what?
Huge.
Is it $8 a month
Yeah,
or
I
$10
guess.
a month?
I mean, I have it, and I forget what I pay for it.
Well, I try to forget because we got so many stupid subscriptions you're paying for now.
And it was smart of them early on to say, hey, sign up for a couple years and get a big discount.
Right.
Which is what I did.
Yeah, because it locks you in. It's great.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's not like all the other stupid contracts we have with everybody now. You're contracted with us for 9 years.
Well, people sign the terms of service.
Trell. Hey, Trell.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. Thanks for asking. We're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's okay.
Okay.
If you don't know the answer, just take a guess, and you can't ask anybody for help, okay?
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. In your neighborhood, now not where you work, but in your neighborhood at home, what direction does the sun rise?
In the east.
In the east. In the east.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
That's
gotta-
going to be the case. I think you're going to find, no matter where you are.
Oh, she's got a nice home.
It
Can't
rises,
get any help there.
rises in the east. But she already said, oh, did you get help on that, Trell? You didn't get help, did you? Did somebody
You
help?
did?
Yes.
You did?
Oh, Trell.
Oh, Trell.
We said no help, okay?
Okay, I misunderstood what you said.
All right.
Well, she knew
We'll
it.
let you go.
She answered it as well. I'm just saying going forward.
Okay, going forward.
No, she didn't answer it.
You
She
can't
got
get
help.
any help. All right. Question number 2, Trell. In a gubernatorial race, which office are the candidates trying to win?
I don't know.
You don't
Yeah.
know? Okay. They're trying to become a notorial. Usually goobers run and they try to become the notorial of the area. So that's
see.
Yeah.
I see.
All right, question number 3. I mean, it's so obvious, but it's too obvious, I think, for some people. Like Trell, for instance. Question number 3. If you're standing at the North Pole, which direction is Russia?
South.
South!
Yeah, there
Yes!
you go, Trell.
Yes! Another correct answer would have been straight across from Sarah Palin's house. Straight across, because she could see it from there. So you just, boom, you're right there. Question number 4. Which muscles are most used when you're doing sit-ups? Oh, don't get help. Trell's getting help. The buttocks muscles.
Oh, buttocks.
Yeah, the buttocks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The muscles of the buttocks. Well, Trell, you've been swell.
Yes. Yes.
But I can tell it's time to go. Okay? All right. Okay. No, thank you. Bye-bye. All right, where are we then?
It's halftime 5-2 New Orleans.
Whoa!
Wait.
Just like that, we got Scott in New Orleans. Hey, Scott.
Hi.
Hi. We're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. You can't ask anybody for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, all right?
Okay.
Question number 1. Labor Day in America is celebrated every September. Labor is another word for what?
Work.
Work? Are you sure about that? You asked it you said it like a question, but that's your answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That was also stated as if it were a question. Question number 2. Who is the Speaker of the House?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a trick question because it depends on whose house you're talking about. But usually it's the wife.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Question number 3.
You know the houses that allow it.
All right. What do the letters CNN stand for? It's a tough one. Technically, this is pretty technical. It's the crappy news network.
That's technical.
It's a technical term for it.
So
Question number 4. Name an animal that can be white in color.
White
in color. Any kind of like white colored animal.
Gerbil, I guess.
A gerbil?
Yeah, they have white gerbils.
Are there albino white gerbils? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Say that every animal in the world
Could be
has
white.
the possibility of being white.
I'm gonna do a Google.
Like white.
We're gonna give it to you. I think we're
are
gonna give it to you. Yeah.
I don't know. An albino gerbil may be rare, but it's got to be.
All right.
Yeah, I found them.
You did? You found white gerbils? Okay. Well, good job.
Every animal in the world.
What a strange default answer, Scott.
All right, Scott. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. We're gonna send you the home version of our game psychically, and I just did.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye bye. You know,
What's our score? Middle of the third?
We're looking at 7-2, New Orleans.
No. You're not going to give her East in Atlanta 7-3?
No. She got help.
Oh yeah.
She said it at the same time as the other lady.
She got help.
Whatever.
She got help.
She got help.
Yeah, that's cheating.
She even admitted it.
Cheaters never win, and winners never cheat.
Unless her name's Joe Biden, apparently.
Yeah, well, apparently. He's not going to win though, right? We're gonna overturn that.
Right.
I will tell you this: the real answer for name an animal that can be white in color is racist humans. That should be your answer right there. That's the definitive.
Thank you.
Racist humans are white in color.
Caucasity.
Yes, thank you. The audacity of Caucasianness.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ugly thing. It's an ugly thing. All right. We have, hopefully, we'll get at least one more person in from Atlanta. We'll see, because it's 7. Oh, of course, they're out of reach, right? If we only get one.
I tried, Pat.
You did. You tried. You tried to make it.
If we go back
Still,
to
let's
halftime,
try to get somebody.
I'd like to finish the third quarter, but
All
if we
right.
go back to halftime, New Orleans wins, and even if we play this quarter, it doesn't matter. So
Wow. So that sounds like it's
out of reach. Atlanta.
It also sounds like real life.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like the season is going for Atlanta this year, doesn't it?
Does. It sure does.
Hey, did you see Conan O'Brien? We were talking about TV and stuff, movies and whatnot and so forth. Conan is quitting his late show.
Made a new deal.
He's going to HBO Max.
Interesting.
After like June of 2021.
Wow.
His deal is up with TBS, and he's going to HBO Max for a weekly show. Right, he's giving up every night.
I bet more money.
I bet too,
and less work.
And that's not a bad show.
That's a sweet gig.
His TBS show is not a bad show, and he's been doing that for 10 years already.
Yeah, and do you know how long he's been doing late night? 28 years. That's how long Johnny Carson did it. It doesn't seem possible.
I know.
All right, let's go to Chad in Atlanta. Hey, Chad.
What's going on?
You are, man. You're going on.
Yeah, right. Tell me.
We're going to ask you 4 questions, if that's okay.
Sure.
If you don't know the answer, just take a guess. You can't ask anybody for help, okay?
Okay.
Number 1, Labor Day in America is celebrated every September. Labor is another word for what?
Work.
Work,
yeah, baby.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. Or delivering a baby, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Or communism, sometimes depending on what labor you're talking about. But Labor Party, for instance. Question number 2. Who is the Speaker of the House? Yeah, that's a tough one. Nobody's gotten that right. You could be the first. Carrot Top.
No.
Carrot Top is the Speaker of the House. You know, the dial down the middle guy? Just became Speaker of the House yesterday. It's weird. Question number 3. What do the letters CNN stand for?
Communication. No.
Close though.
Center news. No.
Center. No. Let me help you. Communist nitwit.
That sounds weird.
With the news. It's communist nitwits with the news. Yeah, so.
Right,
you were close, so you're getting there.
Hey.
All right, question number 4. Name an animal that can be white in color.
A wolf.
A wolf.
There you go.
We could have a white wolf, right?
Yeah. What do you mean?
All right,
Any
good job.
animal.
Any animal.
There are white wolves, yeah.
Yep, all right. Good job, Chad.
I already said there are white wolves, Chad. Back off.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, we're going to...
Actually, that's what they call me. They call me the white wolf.
Really?
Do they? Whoa.
Yeah.
Why?
Know, right?
What
That's my nickname.
How come?
The white wolf?
What'd you do to earn that?
You know.
You know. Yeah, I know.
Is that your CB handle? That's your CB handle, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, White Wolf. Well, you have yourself a howling good weekend, okay? All right, we'll see you later.
Breaker 19, Breaker 19. It's the White Wolf. Anybody out there come back?
Do some growling this weekend, baby.
So I can't find Conan O'Brien's salary on HBO Max, but he's making on TBS between $12 and $15 million a year. Never been confirmed. So
yeah, I mean, he does a good job. I watched
him.
I've watched very little of Conan's show, but I did catch it a couple of times, and it's good.
No,
it's a
he's
decent
not bad.
show. Yeah,
he's less offensive than
pretty
much any of the rest of them.
Yes, he is. He attempts to actually do a show, which is funny.
Yeah, but that's probably
and that right there.
Yeah, that's why
that right there.
Nobody talks about him.
Yeah, and that's our society right there. Because 20, 30 years ago, he was the most edgy on late night, and now he's the most vanilla compared to what's out there.
Yeah, that's very true. It's amazing. All right, I got to take 60 seconds and tell you about Glint Pay. Glint Pay, the ultimate money, because you buy gold, you put it's placed into a Swiss vault for you. The actual gold is in a Swiss vault where it's incredibly safe. It's independent, reliable money. Your purchases are backed by gold. They send you a MasterCard, which you then use for your purchases, which is backed by the gold you purchased. Fantastic. You can either save the gold, buy it up and use that as a hedge for inflation, or you can spend it. You can convert it to dollars if the price of gold goes down. You can convert it if you want to, but it looks to me right now, and most experts, like the price of gold is skyrocketing. Buy gold in any amount you want. There's only a 0.5% fee. This is super safe. It's super simple. It's a great idea, totally reliable, and as I just mentioned, super reasonable fees. So turn a hard asset, gold, into liquid cash with GlintPay. Go to glintpay.com/gray, Gray. glintpay.com/gray and download the app.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
That's right.
Hey, guys. Hey, by the way, I was just informed that Disney Plus is going to start streaming Katie Couric's Gender Revolution, exploring the rapidly evolving and complexities of gender. That's
Excellent.
That's worth having Disney Plus for right there.
On Disney?
Excellent.
Ay.
They recently said they're not opposed necessarily to rated R stuff, by the way.
Great. That's perfect. Yeah, just keep it
good, right?
Just keep it coming. Well, how else can we screw up this world? Just keep it coming. Yeah. Have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.